Hey, welcome back to the CK Breezy channel. Today I am doing a guide for Garnet. Why me? Because no one's playing this character except for like me and like 3 other Garnets in the entire world, okay? There's more to this character than you may think. However, this character still needs some help. I will say that. And this is as of patch 1.0 point whatever, something like that. I don't know what patch we're on. Just this is shot on 825. So wherever current patch we're on before she gets her buffs, that's where we're at. She does have buffs coming up. She's supposed to get a better side air and better side special, which I still think that this character needs up special buff, but that's just on me. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the character and what she can do now. So yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, this character right there. Yeah, we're gonna talk about her. Now, a lot of people don't play this character because, I mean, I don't know, she's widely considered not good right now. I also believe she needs a little bit of help. I don't think she's terrible, but I definitely think she needs a little help in comparison to the rest of the cast. And she is getting some buffs. They just haven't come through yet. And yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, Garnet's not really that fast. She definitely does not have good run speed. But this game, that doesn't matter too much in this game because there's really good movement in this game. However, catching people like Batman and Bugs can be a little issue, and Velma can be a little bit of an issue for her when it comes down to like, oh, we need to close out this kill. This person's just running from me the whole time, right? But other than that, I mean, you can speed up a little bit by using this, right? That's the speed buff. You actually get to keep it even after it's gone, but we'll talk about that a little later because that's not what we're talking about first. All right, first, we're gonna talk about Garnet's normal attacks. So this is her neutral attack right here. Yeah, okay. Actually, let me turn the music down just a little bit. There we go. So that's Garnet's neutral attack right here, right? It's got some pretty decent range. If you charge it to, like, you might be able to actually get some good reach on it. But for the most part, you don't really see this move thrown out too often because it's not one of her like core moves that you see a lot. She doesn't have one of the better charge moves like Wonder Woman, and like her charge move is always used, right? But Garnet isn't really used that much. I do think that it's an all right move though for KO as far as KO power goes. But you probably won't see this thrown out too often. Up next, though, you will see the move that you will see thrown out quite a bit is this one. That's your side attack. And yeah, it does quite a bit for her. I think a lot of Garnets at lower level get trapped doing this all the time. You cannot dodge out of this fast enough. So once you start like doing this all the time and people see it, you're just going to get punished all the time. Like I literally just I jump here and then I jump again and then I punish you from over on this side, like every time, right? You throw that out too much, you get punished. You can't even actually dodge out of this part pretty quickly, but there is tech for this. You actually use this move to dodge out of this move. You use this move, right, to dodge out of this. So this is me, and then going into this, and then dodging out of that super quickly. So you can actually use this. You can make this much faster just by doing that, right? And then if it's not stale, that means you can probably get 2 or 3 in. So I usually do something like this, right? That's a clean one. If I'm on this side of the edge and I want them to go the other way, then I can do, oh, whoops. And I can do, and then you just turn it back around. I don't know why I'm missing the third one. So you hit this, you hit boom, boom.
Watch yourself.
And you get the turnaround like that. That's clean, right? If you're at the edge. You can actually probably do it quicker than that if you decide to just turn it around immediately. That's the Oras, right? Okay, so you get that pretty freely. That move does kill. So anyway, the good thing about Garnet's side special though, or side attack outside of just being able to cancel out of it and being pretty strong, is you can do different follow-ups. So this is side attack 2 forward, and then this is side attack 2 up, which is good for combos. Or just at least putting people into the air. And then this is side attack 2 down, which I don't think has that much usage. I've definitely kind of like, it seems to cover a lot more area around you. But if you're going to do this and someone's in front of you, you might as well just go ahead and drop the armor slap on them, right? But I guess you could probably use that to keep your moves from being stale too, if anything, right? Because it is a different move that you're throwing out, so that's fine as well. But it definitely doesn't have that much kill power. It doesn't spike or anything like that. So more often than not, you're either going to do this or you're going to do this, right? This will kill too eventually, or at least put you in the air to be able to do stuff like that and try to kind of catch people on their way down. But yeah, this is like one of her better moves. You'll see this move thrown out a lot, and as a Garnet player, you will definitely throw this move out a lot yourself. So, up next we got down attack. Another good move for Garnet. It brings people in. Doesn't have like that great range when you don't charge it, but when you do charge it, it actually has great range. So I don't think it's hits, but yeah, that's actually quite a bit of range there. So this kind of, I mean, in a teams format, this will force people off the ground at the very least, or to, you know, have to time their juke. So if you have someone who's really good in the air, this probably would force them into the skies. It has two different hitboxes. It has the ones, if you get hit by the shockwave, you get brought in. If you get hit by Garnet, you actually get sent up. So there's a little bit of tech in here for that move for sure. But yeah, but a lot of the times I'll be using this as like a bait too, because you can actually slide out of this, so you can, you know, and then catch them the second time. But normally you'll get a little charge on it if you're going to use it, right? So it's like, you know, you get, right, man, just get like a slight, because if you don't get no charge on it, you're not going anywhere, right? So you gotta come through, boom, boom, bam. So this move is sick though. It's actually pretty good for combos and everything like that, especially at like at most percentage you can, you know, you can actually hit that for kills a lot. And lower percentages you could probably just up air it or up attack it or side attack it, but at higher percents you want to try to catch it as quick as possible. So you'll see stuff like that a lot, or, you know, just immediately going into that. Anyway, up next and well last is her of her attacks is her up attack. This move, I like it a lot. There's also a charge version that will kill really early, but I don't get to use that too often because you do have to full charge it to actually get that. But it is a pretty big read and it does cover a lot of space over her. So if someone's like, I mean, you can hit somebody on tree fort, you can hit somebody on any of the tri-plat areas. Yeah, it covers a lot of space, right? And if you get a good bounce off of Scooby's mansion too, right? You probably get that too. So yeah, this kills relatively early. As far as like if you get the full charge, but other than that, I just use it for combos. So you'll probably see a lot of that, right? You know, so you can also cancel into it by doing this. Oh, whoops. So you can do, yeah, you can, ooh, boom, boom. If you're like a little further away, you know, boom, 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 right? You'd actually combo with that because this move is too slow to hit to combo normally. But yeah, so this move's pretty good. It's a pretty good move. I wouldn't say you'll see it thrown out as much as you'll probably see, you know, some of her other moves, but it is a good move. You know, it's got good hitbox above it for, you know, challenging people trying to land on you. And yeah, if you can get a little charge going, then yeah, it should kill. So that's all of her normal attacks. Doesn't have the best normals in the game, but you know, they're not terrible per se, you know. Up next, we're gonna talk about our aerials though, and this is where, you know, shit starts to shine, right? So this is Garnet's neutral air. This move is amazing. This move, in fact, you'll see me throw out this move more than almost any other move in the game. It bounces at the bottom. If you hit people at the top, it sends up. It actually has knockback. It sends whatever way you hit people, right? So if I hit someone to the right, they're going right. If I hit someone above me, they're going up. If I hit someone under me, they're going down. And it, you know, lets you combo into some shit too. So, because you can act pretty quickly out of it as well. A lot of times you'll probably just see, you know, that after, especially if I hit it high, you know, low or high up. So it'd be like, oh, I did not actually get off the ground. Okay. You can probably do that too at certain percentages, but yeah, so this move is amazing. You're gonna see this thrown out a lot. It's actually pretty sick. And if you were like wondering when you would use that move, it's pretty much all the time. It's I think it's easily her best aerial in my opinion, because it does everything all the other aerials do. If not a weaker version, like obviously this spike is stronger than this spike, but it's still like it covers so much space, and that's the thing. So it's a good move. You can actually combo after it, as I said. You know, a lot of the times you'll get you know, you at lower percent you can probably do that. At very, very low percent you can land on it and then just go into jabs. And then yeah. So strong move, strong part of her kit. You're gonna see this thrown out quite a bit. It's really good. It's probably one of her best. It's probably her best move in my opinion. Your side attack is the one that's getting buffed, and this move is not, it's not terrible. Definitely needs a better hitbox. But yeah, this first part leads into a lot of things. So like, let me see if Shaggy can get Shaggy to jump. Probably put him at like 40, right? So you hit this one, like you hit one, and then you can get like you can usually get up air out of that, or you can just go for the second hit. The second hit is not as accurate, unfortunately, though, because like it depends on how you hit the person. So sometimes it's really hard to hit that, or where you hit them. But like a lot of times, I'll like just do another aerial after like kind of checking with this one, and then seeing what happens, right? So in some situations, I'll actually throw this out first just to get this hit, the side air too, because this will kill at the edge. But like people will see you whiff that first one and not expect you to do the second one, so you can just, you know, catch people not looking a lot of the time. So it's as I said, it's not a terrible move, not a great one either though. But it does have its uses. It's one of her quicker moves, so at the very least, if you're trying to air to air someone, you can probably air to air pretty often with this. When they make it link better, then sick, because I do think it has some pretty good kill power. And hopefully it opens up some other opportunities if it links better, because it should be able to link better into other things too, right? It really depends on which hitbox you hit too. So like, because if I'm way far out, then yeah, you go for that. But if I'm super close, I might miss because I'm going faster than the person. Yeah. So that's side air. It's all right. Down air. This move is pretty great, and even though I think most people think, oh, it's so slow, like this is a read. This is a read, okay? Like everybody in this game, you know, they dodge back all the time, right? So a lot of the times I'll just overshoot and just try to catch you on the way out. Like I'm not gonna be able to hit Shaggy because he's not dodging back in time. Like if he does like, you know, jab, dodge back, and I'm here, I'm gonna overshoot this every time. Every time. I'm waiting for that back there, boom, right? If it does hit, it is very strong, and it does get kills relatively early. So, you know, definitely look out for that move on the way down. It kills faster off the top than your upward moves do. So, and that's like a lot of those moves in this game, I think. Like he's flying super far, right? But if I hit like, it doesn't go nearly as far. Or if I hit this, doesn't go nearly as far. But this move, yeah, you're dying, right? Sometimes this is how you close out of stock. You can definitely combo off of it too if you like hit early on, right? Boom, boom. Like that's a normal combo that I usually get at like lower percents. Yeah, that's the thing about this move though, is that yeah, if you're using it like where someone is, yeah, you'll probably get punished. You can kind of dodge out of it. It's pretty quick, right? But this is definitely like a read, if anything. Like you're looking for someone who's dodging back all the time, and then you're gonna punish that accordingly. That's how I use it, at least, right? But yeah, other than that, like it has a ground hitbox. I don't really see too many people use that ground hitbox, because if you land with it, you're just taking forever, right? And you're still just as strong hitting this move. So landing with it is not advisable to me. Yeah, landing to me is not advisable. Definitely do not land with this move. Just try to like let it finish before you get to the ground. So and then last, her up attack. This move used to be amazing actually, but then because you see this like little startup that she has, this was not in the game before. So now it's like way hard to hit this move. And if I ever use it, it's usually like if I'm trying to like shark someone and I'm just kind of like flying through the air like this. But normally you don't see me throw out this move too often. I think it's too hard to hit. It does have a pretty decent hitbox, as you can see. Like Shaggy's standing and I'm still hitting him. But because of that little startup and because of how unreliable the second hit is, you don't really see me throw this out a lot. If I'm gonna like challenge someone in the air, it's probably this, so I can actually like, okay, like once you pass me, that's when I'm gonna, you know, challenge you. You're dead, right? So this move, I would like them to bring some of the frames off it so I can actually use it, because it's a very hard move to use right now, in my opinion. So yeah, don't really see this move too often. As I said, as far as your aerials go, that wall fatigue's catching you off, brother. You'll probably see a lot of this and a lot of this, and a little bit of this, depending. I will get some kills like this every now and then. So that's all your aerials. All right, so let's go into the specials now. So we're gonna talk about specials. Garnet's neutral special is this. She sings and she gets buffs, right? So this first part of this buff is a speed boost, and as you can see, I still get to keep the speed boost after it's gone. And the second part of this buff is armor break. So if anybody has armor, you usually want to try to stay somewhat buffed, like against against Shaggy's down attack and Superman just in general, you can definitely invalidate the whole armor. I'm cheesing you with that deal. So, and Wonder Woman and all that too. The other part of this move is that this stops projectiles. So, if you see, or if a projectile's coming at you, you can stop it, and you can punch it back, right? So that's cool. But you can still run into most projectiles in this game. So if you miss the hit, you can still like get hit by said projectile. Now the issue with this move is it doesn't stop some of the more problematic projectiles in this game. It does not stop like Bugs's. It does not stop Bugs's projectiles at all, except for the pie. And so like that's a big thing in my opinion. You can stop Batarang, but the thing is, like, you're not gonna stop and hit Batarang in time, because the way that Batman's use Batarang is that it's the first part of their offensive. So even if you stop Batarang, they can just re-grab it. So like, where it should be like, oh, that's amazing, it ends up like not being as amazing because of that same, you know, that issue. So it is good for like projectiles like this. It's good for, I think, Finn's apple, or apple anvil from Taz, the mines and stuff, or the dynamites from Tom and Jerry, and the tennis balls. But you actually don't stop Jerry either. So if Jerry shot at you, then you still get hit by Jerry. So not the greatest move, but I do like the buffs at the very least, so that's cool. Okay, it sends it back. So for Garnet, against Garnet, it sends it back, and it also sends back Shaggy's big sandwich. So there's some stuff that gets stopped, and there's other things that get just reflected, so you can't hit them back. So very interesting concept on that for sure. But yeah, that's just, oh, I can show you the Batman thing I was talking about too. It just stops it, right? So he can re-grab that. Now I can't hit it, but more often than not, as I said, Batman is not going to just let me hit that for free. Like he's coming at my neck. Well, this is one of her more problematic matchups, and this is why like I probably picked up a bunch of other characters, because it's kind of hard to beat Batman, especially in ones. But anyway, as I digress, yeah, so this move, as I said, you're going to use it, I mean, to stop certain projectiles and to keep your buffs up. You also get this buff off of the next special. Well, we'll talk about it a little later, because that's, well, I'll talk about it now, actually. The up special, right? So that's your up special. If you run through it and hit people, you get the, with the perk that I'm using, with this perk, you get stacks of rhythm. This is why I like this perk more than the other one, because I feel like I'm always running through this and getting damage, right? So the thing about this move though is that like you can also combo into it quite a bit, and you can combo both parts of it. So you do, right? Like I gotta aim it down a little bit. Wait, let me turn the instant cooldowns on. So you do, see, that you wouldn't hit all that obviously, but yeah, you gotta aim it down a little bit, and then after that it works into the clap. So when this move is on cooldown though, this is one of your better moves too. This move is insane.
Feels like my blood sugar is getting low.
Unfortunately, there is like, I don't know what happened with this hitbox, but I used to never get this like side clap thing where like I didn't actually pull them into the top clap. But that happens a bit if you hit a little too far out. So make sure you get on top of your opponent when you're doing this. It has really good kill power. It hits pretty far above you, so you will be getting some kills with that move for sure, right? And that's your up special. The up special is pretty clean. That goes through a lot of, I mean, it stops a lot of people from like approaching. It has a good hitbox. I've used it for ledge traps at times where like I'll just kind of like shoot it like up here or like just right over the ledge. Actually, it's a little hard to do that. So shoot it right over the ledge like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, I've definitely hit quite a bit of people with something like that, where they're trying to like, you know, chill out on the side, and then they end up getting scooped up by that. So you can aim it. It's the up special, so you can aim it up and forward. Like you hit the up special and then you like hold down again or forward. But yeah, this move is actually great. It's actually a really good move. So try to use this as much as possible. Get it out there. You know, get your buffs going and whatnot, because the speed boost is actually super nice on Garnet. And on top of that, like this has like a lot of hit stun. So if you do hit this, you can actually usually get a lot of stuff off of this, which is like my favorite part. Oh, and it explodes. So if anybody's just sitting on it, they will die. Like you should not be sitting on that. That's, yeah, don't sit on that, right? You can, yeah, you can. That's just pretty lit like that. You know what I mean? So It's a pretty nice move. I think altogether her up special, both of them are pretty good moves. Side special, since we actually swapped over that, but yeah, side special is the rocket gauntlets. Now, rocket gauntlets have two versions of shots. You have the ground version, which goes a little further, right? And you can actually hold it. And you have the aerial version that doesn't go as far, but it's more steerable, right? So yeah, the ground version, yeah, you get some flight time on that. A lot of the times you'll see me use this right around this area, like, oh, this person's just slightly far out as they're trying to recover, especially high recoveries. They get sniped all the time. It sends wherever it hits. So if you hit somebody above, they will get spiked down, right? You know what I mean? Boom, that's a spike. And if you hit somebody out, they just get sent out, right? So this move is good. This is a good move. Now, the exhausted version of this move is also good. This shoulder, or this elbow has mad priority, right? Like, you will beat a lot of moves in this game because of the hitbox on this move. So, hold on. Whoops, my bad, Shaggy. Wait, I'm not doing it fast enough. Shaggy. See? That shit is like, I'm surprised it beats as much stuff as it does, but it definitely will beat quite a bit. Like, I've beaten Taz's Tornado. This is why I was like, Taz's Tornado really not that bad. But yeah, this move is amazing. It's actually really good. And so, like, yeah, you can use this for combos as well. Like, sometimes I'll like come through like this. I've also done like, well, not that, but I don't think I can actually do it because I got to get off the ground faster. And he's at too high of a percentage. But I've gotten a couple kills on this thing of like hitting that into a side air. Oops. Like that. But yeah, this move is all right. I like to throw this out to close a little distance sometimes. It works on the ground too, obviously, like, you know. But that's usually for me to close a little distance because, like, sometimes you don't really have good far-reaching moves on the ground. But this is like your best far-reaching move on the ground if you're if you're exhausted. So that move's sick. So yeah, definitely use your side special, both version of it. It's a really nice move. You know, it doesn't have a crazy amount of hitbox or hit knockback, but it does have a nice hitbox and it beats out quite a bit of moves. So watch out for that. Down special is this, and in teams, you will stop your teammate from dying if they have the star on top of them, right? So, like, you put the star out. If your teammate jumps into this star and they're flying off, when you hit this, you stop their momentum, and you grab them, and you refresh their cooldowns and shit, right? But the way that I normally use this move is as an edge guard, because whatever way you're coming from is the way that you throw them, right? So, like, if you're recovering low and I do this and I come down here and do this and you get scooped, you're getting thrown back down to death, most likely, like, usually. And so this is why usually when you see me like someone's recovering low, you'll see me like set this up and then just like run past them and then try to like grab them like that. So you do not get to pick the direction like the way that Superman does. It just goes wherever you came from, basically. So you see, I'm throwing him down that time. You know, yeah. You'll see me throw this out a lot as an edge guard. So, but you want to make sure you get a little farther away from the stage because like sometimes this shit is like that right there. Like you're a little too far into the stage. It doesn't actually let you fly through it. Like you're not flying through the stage. So I go a little high, and then yeah, I come down here. Unfortunate issue with this move though is that it counts as one special. So if you drop this and don't touch the ground, you actually can't fly to that if you've used something else. So basically this is like a one-time edge guard. Like I'm doing that and that's it if I start up here. Or I put it out preemptively, hit the ground, do that, you know. So that way I can actually do it. But a lot of the times that's gotten me killed, where I think I'm about to do this and then hit someone and then they hit me and then I don't have my special anymore. So GG's. Yeah. So watch out the way you use this move, but it is a really good reversal edge guard tool. It's a really good reversal edge guard tool and it's good for your team. And it stays off for quite some time too. So like the people have to be in like immediate threat of this all the time, right? Like that's a lot of time staying out. But yeah. So that move's pretty sick. I like to use it a lot as an edge guard. But I don't get a chance to use it as much because sometimes I'll be forgetting. There is no exhausted version of this move, so that's once that star is out, it's just out. This is your up special, by the way, in the air. I totally forgot about talking about your aerial up specials. This is your up special in the air. This move is great as a hitbox, but this is not great for recovering. You do not get that much height, right? I think they said they were going to try to make this come out a little faster too, but yeah, this hitbox is insane, and a lot of times you will see me like kind of just throw that out anywhere when people are trying to get over me. It's a good read at the top. Like everyone always tries to dodge over you, recovers both sides. The only issue I have with this move is that the way it sends is not like super vertical. So sometimes like you get some very, very far DI to the left and right. It's kind of like, for you Smash players, it's kind of like Bayo's up air. Like how far you can DI that to the left and right. So sometimes it takes a bit to kill. But this move in itself it's not a bad move. Yeah, that's your up special in the air though, and it obviously doesn't go on cooldown or anything like that. It's not a bad move for killing. It is a bad move for recovering though. So a lot of the times, you're most likely just getting back with this, right? You get to stall out a lot of the times. I get hit. You get to stall out with both of these moves, so you can just like kind of slow your descent, which is super nice, and you can get a lot more movement here. But yeah, using this as a recovery can be a little hard. So that's all I'm saying. That's another thing. Oh, that was the other thing you can do too with this, which I think Nero is probably going to push this forward. But when I was talking about the jump side air as like a read or like as a punish, right? I will do that sometimes too, right? But it depends on how like deep I hit him. So like, bam, look at that, three-piece combo right there, just because I hit him like with the inside of my arm. But you have to hit him like pretty deep, otherwise you're not going to get it. So yeah, that's a pretty nice little confirm as well. Now the other perk makes it so that when you fire this, wherever that is, you put the star there. And I see other people, they do like this perk. It's not for me because I don't know, I don't be setting shit up like that. So I'd rather just set it up manually and then also keep my buffs up. So that's why I use the buff perk. But if you want to use, I mean, obviously other people are using, so it's probably not that bad of a perk. I just don't use it myself. So yeah, that's all of Garnet's moves. So after that, we're going to talk about, we're actually going to talk about perks. So these are her two main perks right now. This is the one where if you step through the electric field or you apply shock in any way, you get stacks of rhythm. This is the marker where you shoot. The gauntlets will put the star there. I personally like a lot of movement things on Garnet myself because she is relatively slow. So I got to make it so that she's faster. Seeing that I like to drop a lot of neutral airs, I use aerial combat. Or aerial acrobat for the increased air acceleration, and then I use jump height instead of triple jump because I don't think I actually need triple jump. Like I think I just need to get up there quick as possible. And if we double triple jump, then yeah, for sure, right? But this jump height shit is also just as nice. I've been using armor crush lately since I usually use full charge down attack and neutral attack or neutral air a lot. So therefore, like I do get the armor stuff. But before this, I think I was using the speed one. Pretty sure I was using fastball speed. No, not that one. That one's probably nice too, to be honest. But yeah, speed force assist, just to kind of get a little extra speed there myself. So that's Garnet in a nutshell. She's still relatively a low tier character. She needs some help. Like she'll get it eventually, right? But as of right now, I do think she's still usable. She's very fun to play. She hits pretty hard. Her damage output is pretty good, but I do make her work. And yeah, hopefully I've taught you something about her and you decide to maybe pick her up or try her at some point in time. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me, man. Let me know if I missed anything or let me know if you learned something in the comments below. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys watching the videos. Appreciate you, you know, catching the stream when you do. I do play a lot of multiverses and a bunch of other games here as well. But as of late, it's been a lot of multiverses. So that being said, catch you on the next video. Make sure you come through to the stream at some point in time. Hit that like and subscribe and peace.